On July 20th, 2024, the first whispers of a living nightmare began to spread. People reported encountering perfect copies of themselves and loved ones, but with eyes that seemed wrong, empty, hungry. These doppelgangers appeared without warning, their origins unknown. But what if these weren't just isolated incidents? What if something far more sinister was infiltrating the very fabric of our society? In this video, we're going to explore the terrifying possibilities of what might happen if doppelgangers like those from our darkest dreams became our new reality. The first horrifying scenario we'll examine is if the doppelgangers began their silent invasion on July 20th. I must stress that as I speak, reports are still flooding in, each more chilling than the last. What we know for certain is that the number of these entities is growing at an exponential and alarming rate. Let me be clear, I don't aim to incite panic, but if you're new here, know that we delve into the darkest what-ifs imaginable. And this is the stuff of nightmares. So what would unfold if these doppelgangers continued to spread like a virus through our world? The most crucial and terrifying question would be, how do we identify something that looks exactly like us but isn't us? The answer could mean the difference between survival and something far worse. As July 20th unfolded into a waking nightmare, chaos would quickly ensue. Imagine the panic as people realized they couldn't trust their own eyes, their own families. Law enforcement and government agencies would be overwhelmed, desperately trying to create protocols for a threat they can barely comprehend. Picture the scene. Emergency meetings held in secret bunkers, hastily drafted laws that trample civil liberties, and the inevitable tragic mistakes as paranoia takes hold. With no precedent for this invasion, every option, no matter how extreme, would be on the table. This would be a time of unparalleled terror. Trust would evaporate overnight. The person sleeping next to you, your own child, are they really who you think they are? But what about beyond the official response? That's where true horror lurks. Imagine neighborhoods torn apart by suspicion, lynchings of suspected copies, and desperate rituals to prove one's humanity. Think of how people reacted to recent crises, then multiply that fear tenfold. What depths would humans sink to if they believed their loved ones could be replaced at any moment? Secret codes and elaborate verification rituals would spring up, but even those could be compromised. The fear would be all-consuming, more intense than anything in living memory. Society itself could unravel as social trust disintegrates. Every interaction, every glance from a stranger would carry the weight of potential doom. Even without widespread violence, our world would be forever changed. Imagine a society where privacy is obliterated in the name of security, where every moment is recorded and analyzed for signs of replacement. The potential for abuse would be staggering. But what if these doppelgangers had abilities beyond mere mimicry? What if they could alter memories, or worse, take over minds? Our very concept of reality and self would crumble. This nightmarish scenario boils down to a world of perpetual paranoia, where nothing and no one can be trusted. What follows could be the complete collapse of civilization, or perhaps something even darker. It would be a time of unspeakable terror for all of humanity. Perhaps, in the face of such an inhuman threat, we might rediscover our shared humanity. But history suggests that in the darkness, we're more likely to turn on each other. This is not a pleasant what-if to contemplate. It's a vision of a world where every mirror holds potential horror, where loved ones become strangers, and where the boundaries of identity itself dissolve. Let us fervently hope these doppelganger sightings are nothing more than mass delusion or an elaborate hoax, because the alternative is too horrifying to contemplate. I know I don't want to live in a world where I can't trust my own reflection, where every "I love you" might be a lie, but that sounds like a story for another, far more terrifying what if.